Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard, Cisneros at your service. Today I will be reading the April 1st Facebook post and making a few comments on it, and I trust it will assist both of us on our journeys. If the video is helpful, please be so kind as to like it, comment on it, or share it. Thank you for that. Here we go. How much worrying and suffering will we choose? Worry is simply an energetic expression that allows us to see where we are out of alignment with God's plan. Worry is only possible when we choose not to fully trust in God's plan. Our highest will, just as our highest self, is always connected to and in communication with its source, capital S. Thus worrying, and for that matter suffering, result from having forgotten that this constant connection exists. Our source being loving only creates lovingly. Thus our journey, no matter how we have been programmed to see and react to it, is a loving journey. A loving journey can come in many forms, but in the end, its manifestation is of service to everyone involved. There will come a time when you will be shown how all the pieces of the whole self fit perfectly together. It is then you will embrace each and every one of those pieces you once judged, and instead you will thank them for their participation in your lesson plan. Forgiveness, compassion, peace, joy, and gratitude will result from this understanding and will replace all the hurt, worry, and suffering you once felt. Today, let us remember and rejoice that we have been gifted free will, and so we do not have to wait till our return home to find understanding, forgiveness, compassion, peace, joy, and gratitude now. Every single experience in our life will, in the end, bring us to a place of greater wisdom, maturity, peace, and understanding. Once we get this, worry and suffering will diminish and then dissolve from our experience. Imagine an all-loving God, and thus God is all, God is love, love is all. And so our journey, because it's part of all, is loving. Yes, we have been programmed by the ego to maybe see it as sometimes less than loving, but that's just in the ego's programming. That's not what's truly happening to us. When we're worried, when we're stressed, when we're anxious, that simply shows us when we're out of alignment with God's plan, with love. And so if we're trusting in God more than in the ego's plan, then love is what results. Trust in God's plan is what results. When we're trusting in the ego's plan, then worry, stress, anxiety results. Equally so with suffering. When we understand that God's plan is a loving plan and that He has co-created our plan with Him, we have co-created our own journey with God. So we have co-created our own journey with love. Yet we ourselves are love. So love and love have co-created this journey where we are now individually on. And so when we're suffering through worry, stress, judgment of self and others, anger, hatred, thoughts of revenge, all those are simply symbols that we're out of alignment with that remembering, with that knowledge that love and love have co-created the journey we are now on. And so you see, you can only experience judgment of self and others, anger, resentment, jealousy, hate, revenge, when you're out of alignment with your true nature. Because when you're in alignment with your true nature, you know that everything is here out of a form of love to help you heal, to help you grow, to help you develop, and to help all those around you heal, grow, and develop. And yes, sometimes it might not look quite nice, quite peaceful, quite joyful. But in the end, let us remember this. Let us look back into our past. And let us see all those times we dealt with it in our youth, let's say we're still young, but in our earlier youth, When we were so invested in the ego's world, when we were so angry and resentful and jealous and hating others and hating ourselves. And then as we grow, as we mature, as we develop, we come to a greater place of peace, of understanding, of wisdom, of knowledge. And so you see, this experience brought us to this place in our experience, in our life. And so now we can, through this place in our life, we can look back at this with peace, with love, with gratitude, because it was because of these experiences that got us to this place of knowledge and wisdom and stability and maturity. So was this ever really bad in the first place if it helped us get to this place? And so you see, this was a gift to us in the first place. It's just that we didn't realize it in that moment. But now we're now we're realizing, it's a little late, that this helped us get us here. And so we're at peace now with our past. And if we can be at peace with our past, because we know that this has brought us here to a place of maturity and wisdom and knowledge, then why can't we have peace in our present? Because our present is the same thing as our past to our future. Our future self sees our present self, and our present self might be, involved in the ego's thinking, in judgment of self and others. Still growing, but it will come to a place in time where it will develop into the being she came here to be. And it was only because our present self went through whatever it is we're thinking we're going through that we will become who we truly are, which is one in alignment with God's source. And so there's no need to judge our past. There's no need to worry or stress out or be suffering. That's the choice. In the end, those are just choices. And it's a form of forgetfulness, that we have forgotten who we truly are, that we have forgotten and we have co-created our journey with God, that we have forgotten that every single step on the journey is sacred and is for the good of everybody involved. That good always comes out of everything, because good is simply an expression of love, and love is who created us, and love is all. And there will come up a time, if it's not in this lifetime, when we return home, when we will see, and you can study this yourself, you can go to YouTube videos and see near-death experiences and see when people into the light, they get this understanding, this clarity. Oh my God, yes. Everything was really helpful to me. Everything was useful. I see it. I see why this happened now. And they become at peace with it. And so, in some future book, that will be called Lessons from the Light. It will actually be book number 7. I know I'm still in book 1, but don't worry about that right now. Let's return to this post. But in that place of perfect light, we remember how perfect everything is, how perfect and sacred each step was. And so when we remember that home, then we have peace up there. But there's another gift that we have been given, and that is free will. We can choose right now to remember who in truth we are and find peace. We don't have to wait until our return home to find peace now, and to be an example of peace and joy and compassion and forgiveness now. That is who we are. And when we do that, we feel an alignment with God's source. Because that is what God is. God is love. And there's many expressions of love, such as peace, compassion, kindness, generosity, charity, forgiveness. And that is who we are. And so today, let us simply remember that. Let us remember that worrying and suffering is just a choice we make. It's just a symbol of forgetfulness, that we have forgotten who we have co-created this journey with, and that each step on our way is sacred, and that each step is serving a higher good. Each step is helping us reach a higher level of consciousness, greater self-awareness, helping us align more with the light, with love, so that we can shine this light to our brothers and sisters, so that they too may start remembering who in truth they are, so that they too may find a little more peace, a little more joy, a little more forgiveness and compassion in the present moment, in the now. And so let us do that today. Let us simply be an example of our light, an example of remembering that each step is sacred, remembering that we don't have to stress out or worry because we can trust in God and the plan that He has co-created with us, remembering that we don't have to suffer or judge ourselves or others because each single journey is sacred, because each single journey has been co-created with God. And so each single journey is an expression of that love. So before I lose my voice, I will say goodbye. Thank you so much for your time. I love you very much. If you'd be so kind as to like, comment, or share this video, it would help with the listening process and it might help somebody find this video who can use it someday. If you'd like to leave me a question or a comment, I would be delighted to try and offer a response. And if you can please subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would love to have you in that community. Thank you so much for your time. I love you very much. And God willing, we'll see each other tomorrow. Peace.